The streets are buzzing with activity as Americans from all walks of life make their way to polling stations across the country. Today isn't just another Tuesday, it's a day that will be etched in our history books forever. Right now, millions of citizens are casting votes that could lead to either our first woman president or the remarkable return of a former president for non-consecutive terms. From Maine to California, polling stations opened their doors at dawn, with lines forming even before sunrise. I'm seeing scenes reminiscent of past historic elections, elderly voters proudly wearing their "I voted" stickers, first-time voters taking selfies outside polling places, and parents bringing their children to witness democracy in action. Let's break down what makes this election absolutely extraordinary. Vice President Kamala Harris, who made history once as the first woman and person of color to serve as VP, could shatter the ultimate glass ceiling. If successful, she'll join the ranks of global female leaders and fundamentally change what's possible for every little girl in America. On the flip side, former President Donald Trump is attempting something we haven't seen since Grover Cleveland in the 1890s. A comeback victory would make him only the second president in U.S. history to serve non-consecutive terms. That's a 130-year gap between such occurrences, folks. The voter turnout is reportedly massive. I'm seeing updates from key battleground states where wait times are stretching hours, but people are staying in line, determined to have their voices heard. Social media is flooded with #ElectionDay posts, showing both the excitement and tension of this historic moment. This isn't just about political parties, it's about witnessing American democracy at a crucial crossroads. The contrast between these candidates couldn't be starker, both in their vision for America's future and in the historical significance they each represent. Harris embodies the possibility of progress and new precedents, while Trump represents a unique attempt at political resurrection. Exit polls are showing this could be one of the closest elections in recent memory. Campaign teams for both candidates are stationed in key states, watching results trickle in. The energy is electric, with supporters from both sides gathering in their respective headquarters, hoping to celebrate history in the making. Remember, regardless of the outcome, this election is already historic. Whether we wake up tomorrow with our first Madam President or our first returning president in over a century, this day marks another incredible chapter in American democracy. The only question now is, which kind of history will we make? Meanwhile, the impact of this election stretches far beyond just choosing our next leader. Inside polling stations, I'm seeing unprecedented security measures following concerns about election integrity. Election workers, those everyday heroes, are methodically checking IDs and ensuring every vote counts, while international observers monitor the process. Let me share something fascinating. Our social media monitoring shows this is the most discussed election globally, even surpassing the viral moments of 2020. The hashtags are going crazy, with both #MadamPresident and #TrumpReturn trending worldwide. People from Tokyo to London are glued to their screens, watching American democracy unfold. You know what's really catching my attention? The generational divide we're witnessing. Gen Z voters, many casting their first presidential ballots, are showing up in record numbers. They're meeting World War II veterans at polling stations. Imagine that, voters separated by 70 years, participating in the same historic moment. The campaign strategies we've seen have been absolutely groundbreaking. Harris's team mastered TikTok diplomacy, reaching younger voters through viral policy explanations, while Trump's rallies continued to break attendance records. Both candidates have redefined political outreach in their own unique ways. Stay tuned, because in a few hours, we'll know whether we're saying Madam President or witnessing a political comeback for the history books. The world is watching, America is voting, and history is happening right before our eyes.